Hello students, in the previous class we have already discussed what is absolute error and what is relative error. In this class we shall discuss arithmetic of absolute errors. Arithmetic means first addition. How two quantities are added with their errors, absolute errors. Let us suppose there is a relationship C is equal to A plus B. That means you have to find out A by measuring it, you have to find out B by measuring it, then you have to find out what is the error in C, provided A's error and B's error are given. Okay. So if you have some error in A, it can be represented as A plus minus del A. If B shows some error, then it can be represented as B plus minus del B. Similarly, because of the result, we shall get some error in C also. After adding, then error in C will be C plus minus del C. Then the question is, what will be the value of this del C? So if you arrange these terms in the right side, it will become A plus B plus minus del A plus minus del B. If you take common plus minus, inside the bracket there will be del A plus del B. We already know that C is equal to A plus B. That means A plus B is equal to C, so they can cancel out from both sides. C plus minus del C, del A plus B, C cancel out from both sides. Now del C is equal to this much. You can see, if you cancel out plus minus also, plus minus, it becomes del C is equal to del A plus del B. That means del C is always sum of del A and del B. Okay. Now come to the subtraction. In case of subtraction, suppose D is a quantity that is A minus B. Okay. Now, very simple. If you replace D as D plus minus del D, that means error in D is del D. A is A plus minus del A minus B plus minus del B. Now A, if you open the bracket here, it will be minus B. So A minus B plus minus del A, minus into plus minus, that means the upper sign will become minus, lower sign will become plus, so it will be minus plus del B. Now on the left side it is D, on the right side A minus B. D is equal to A minus B, so D will get cancelled with A minus B. And here you have to be careful. You see, plus minus del D is equal to, if you take plus minus common, so plus minus inside the bracket it will be del A. Here plus is gone, so here it is plus, but here from minus we are taking plus, that means it is remaining. What will remain? It will be minus. So minus, if you take minus from plus, what will remain? Again minus. That means in both cases it is minus. While taking common, you are taking plus minus as common. Here it is minus plus. That means plus is taken from upper sign minus and minus is taken from lower sign plus. If you take plus from minus, what will remain? Remain will be minus. If you take minus from plus, what will remain? It will be again minus. That means in both cases it will be minus. So it is del B. Now if you cancel out, it will be plus minus. Plus minus will get cancelled from both sides. Del D is equal to del A minus del B. But the question is, this part is wrong. this formula is wrong. Why? Now you must be thinking, why should we, if the formula is coming like this, why it is wrong? What is the wrong? There is nothing wrong with our derivation. Problem is, if A is having some error, that is del A, B is having some error, that is del B. If you subtract one error from another, it will get minimized. And you have to represent here it as del D. I have already told you that here always the maximum value should be represented, not the minimum value. So if you subtract two quantities, it decreases. It never becomes maximum, it could be minimum. That's why the errors are never subtracted. Okay, so always they are added. Their magnitudes are always added. So whether it is addition or subtraction, formula is this one. Error of the resultant is equal to error in quantity 1, error in quantity 2 plus error in quantity 3, like this. How many numbers could be there? So many numbers could be there, but always the errors are added. If they are subtracted, the error still is added. Okay, very simple. So let us take an example. Example is, suppose A is equal to 2 plus minus 0.2, B is equal to 3 plus minus 0.3. Then what is the value of C? Of course, C is equal to A plus B. Okay, then what is the value of C with its error? Obviously, C is equal to A plus B is equal to 2 plus 3. This is equal to 5. Then what is del C? Del C is equal to del A plus del B. Del A value is 0.2 plus del B value is 0.3, 0.5. So C plus del C plus minus del C is equal to 5 plus minus 0.5. Very simple. This is the method. Now come to the subtraction process. Let the values be same. A is equal to this much, B is equal to this much. Then we have to find out D. That is, D is equal to A minus B. Then if D is equal to A minus B, then very simple. So A value is 2, B value is 3. So this is minus 1. Del D is still del A plus del B. So again 0.2 plus 0.3, 0.5. Now the value of D will be D plus minus del D. D is minus 1 plus minus 0.5. Okay, so this is the actual value of D, that is minus 1. This is the error in D, that is 0.5. This is the method how the arithmetic of absolute errors are carried out. Okay, in the next class we shall discuss arithmetic of relative errors. Now you must be thinking, what about multiplication and division? Normally multiplication and division, if you perform them with relative errors, it will be easier. If you take absolute errors into consideration for multiplication and division, it will be a bit difficult. That's why we always avoid including absolute errors in multiplication and division. They are carried out always with relative errors. So in the next class we shall discuss these things, that is multiplication and division with relative errors. Thank you.